Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
5 weeks from today, the date 10 November, will once again be seared into the public consciousness, reminding Toledo and Northwest Ohio of what we all lost on that date half a century ago. The sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald on Lake Superior on November 10, 1975, continues to hold the public's attention and fascination half a century after the tragedy, as evidenced by the publication over the years of many books about what remains the Great Lakes' greatest mystery. There's even a stage play about the disaster, its name 10 November. The play and the books examined the extraordinary factors that came together during a brutal storm so vicious it sent the Great Lakes' most famous ship plunging to the bottom of the lake, killing the 29 officers and seamen aboard. All of the books about the Big Fitz have one thing in common: not one of them can explain exactly what caused the ship to sink. They range from Frederick Stonehouse's The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald and Ramsey Raymond's Requiem for the Toledo Express to Gales of November by Robert Heming and Edmund Fitzgerald's Song of the Bell by Kathy Jo Worgan, a book intended to help young children understand what happened. Along the way have come several others. I once intended to write my own, but life got in the way. Now we have one more, and its release on Tuesday is timed to coincide with the approaching 50th anniversary of the disaster. It's called The Gales of November, The Untold Story of the Edmund Fitzgerald, by author John U. Bacon. Let me acknowledge that I'm among the individuals interviewed for the book by Mr. Bacon, so I can attest to his thoroughness and storytelling skills. I was a Fitzgerald crew member myself long ago, and one of the men who died in the sinking was my uncle. I reached out and asked Mr. Bacon, a guy who lives just up the road in Ann Arbor, what he would identify as his number one takeaway from his Fitzgerald project. He couldn't choose just one. He cited 4, and I'm quoting. 1, the Great Lakes are bigger and more dangerous than most people realize. 2, Great Lakes shipping is far more important than we know. 3, we depend on these sailors more than we think, if we think about them at all. And 4, because the Fitzgerald's last trip is more complicated than it appears at first, we'll probably never know exactly what happened. That's all quite perceptive and all true. The wreck still has a hold on me that has never diminished. I have a collection of items from the ship that I consider personal treasures. An old ashtray bearing the Columbia Star logo, a small bag of taconite iron ore pellets I scooped up from the deck of the Fitz during one of our visits to Toledo to unload our cargo. Pieces of mail uploaded by bucket, hoisted from the mailboat on the Detroit River as we sailed through. Most precious of all, that would have to be a towel from the passengers' quarters, which had the name Streamer Edmund Fitzgerald embroidered along the edge. The loss of the Fitz, tragedy and high drama on our vast inland sea, still casts a long shadow. It remains a story worth telling. Thank goodness there are people still determined to tell it.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.